You may be safe right now, and your body may still be protecting you from something that happened years ago. That is why logic alone often brings so little relief. You tell yourself, I'm okay, nothing is happening, I'm safe here. And still, your shoulders stay tense, your breathing remains shallow, every sound catches your attention. A short message feels loaded, a strange sensation in your body feels important. A quiet evening feels suspicious. If this sounds familiar, your nervous system may be responding to an old alarm in a new moment. In this video, I'll show you why that happens, while calm can sometimes feel uncomfortable, and how to help your body experience the present more clearly. And stay with me, because there is one very common habit that brings short-term relief while quietly keeping the alarm active. When the present is safe and the body still reacts. Imagine this. You're sitting at home, the door is locked, the room is quiet, your phone is on the table, nothing urgent is happening. And then you hear a car door outside. Your body tightens. Your partner sends a shorter message than usual, and your mind starts analyzing it. Or you notice your heartbeat. And now you wonder whether something is wrong. Those are examples how quickly the nervous system can move. Before your conscious mind has finished accessing the situation, your body has already prepared for danger. Heart rate increases, muscles tighten, attention narrows, breathing changes. The system begins asking, what do I need to notice? Where's the threat? What could happen next? And this response is designed to protect you. The challenge begins when your alarm reacts to familiarity rather than current danger. The trigger tells you, this feels familiar. It does not automatically mean the same danger is happening again. And that distinction changes a lot. Your nervous system may be following an old rule. Think of a smoke detector. A well-adjusted smoke detector responds to fire. A highly sensitive smoke detector also responds to toast, steam, a candle, a warm pan. The detector is working. It has simply become very sensitive. Something similar can happen after a prolonged stress, anxiety, trauma, loss, illness, emotional unpredictability, or relationships in which you had to stay alert. Your system may have learned rules such as stay ready, notice changes quickly. Relaxing makes me vulnerable. Good moments can change without warning. I need to stay one step ahead. These rules may once have helped you. Perhaps you learned to read someone's mood. Perhaps you learned to anticipate criticism. Perhaps you learned to avoid conflict. Perhaps you learned to monitor your body. Perhaps you learned that vigilance created a sense of control. Your nervous system became skilled at protection, and skills learned, especially learned through repetition, also change through repetition. Knowing you're safe and feeling safe are different. You can know something logically and still experience something entirely different physically. You may know the elevator is secure. Your body reacts with panic. You may know your medical results were reassuring, and your mind continues searching for symptoms. You may know your partner cares about you, and your body expects distance. You may know the conflict is over. Your muscles remain braced. This does not make you weak. It means your body learns totally different from your thinking mind. Your mind can understand new information in seconds. Your nervous system usually needs repeated experiences. That leads to one of the most important ideas in this video. Safety is more than a fact you understand. Safety is an experience your nervous system gradually learns. Pause for a moment. Look around. Find one object that has nothing to do with danger. A lamp. A chair. A plant. A window. And then let your eyes rest there for a few seconds. That small act already gives your attention a different task. Why calm can feel uncomfortable. Here is the part many people find surprising. Calm itself can feel unfamiliar. When you've spent a long time under pressure, tension becomes normal. You know how to function while busy. You know how to solve problems. You know how to prepare. You know how to keep moving. And then the weekend comes. The room becomes quiet. There's finally time to rest. And instead of relief, you feel restless. Your mind creates a new task. You reach for your phone, you think about tomorrow. You notice every sensation in your body. And this happens because activity gave your nervous system a job. Calm creates space. And in that space, thoughts, sensations, and memories become easier to notice. Your system may ask, why is everything so quiet? What am I missing? When will the next problem arrive? That is why some people feel especially anxious when life finally slows down. The pressure has eased. The protection pattern continues. Hypervigilance, when attention becomes a security system. Hypervigilance means your attention stays strongly focused on possible threats. You may notice it when you analyze facial expressions, read between the lines of messages, feel startled by ordinary sounds. Choose seats where you can see the door. Check your body repeatedly. Rehearse conversations. Expect criticism. Or struggle to become fully absorbed in enjoyable moments. Your attention works like a security guard on an endless shift. It searches for evidence. And the more intensely the brain searches for danger, the more likely it is to interpret ambiguous signals as threatening. A normal heartbeat feels suspicious. A delayed reply feels meaningful. A neutral face looks rejecting. A quiet evening feels ominous. And then the cycle begins. You feel unsafe. You scan, you find an ambiguous signal, you interpret it as a danger. Your body becomes more activated, and then the activation itself feels dangerous. This is important. Your heart beats faster, you notice a heartbeat, and now the heartbeat becomes proof that something must be wrong. Your stomach tightens and you notice a sensation. And now the sensation becomes part of the alarm. The body reacts and then the reaction becomes another trigger. That is how anxiety can feed itself. A feeling of danger is real as an experience. It feels like that. It is different from proof of immediate danger. The habit that keeps the alarm active. Now we come to the habit I mentioned at the beginning, reassuring. When you feel unsafe, reassurance brings relief. You check the lock, you check your pulse, you reread the message, you ask someone whether everything is okay. You search online, you replay the conversation, you review every possible outcome. And for a moment, the tension drops. And then uncertainty returns. So you check again. And this teaches the nervous system, I become safe because I checked. The checking begins to feel essential. Confidence becomes dependent on certainty. And complete certainty is rarely available. A more helpful message is, I can notice uncertainty and remain present. I can feel activation and still choose my next step. I can check reality once and then return to my life. The goal is less about controlling every possibility. The goal is strengthening your ability to respond. While forcing calm often creates more pressure. Perhaps you have told yourself, calm down, pull yourself together, stop reacting. And now you feel activated and frustrated about the activation. You begin monitoring yourself. Am I calm yet? Where is my heart? Right now, what's going on there? Is my heart still racing? Why can't I relax? The attempt to force calm becomes another form of scanning. Regulating begins differently. You can say, my body is trying to protect me. This response makes sense in light of what I learned. I can help my system notice this moment. So, you're replacing inner pressure with orientation. The 3S safety reset. Here is a simple practice you can use when your body feels unsafe in a relatively safe moment. I call it the 3S safety reset. C, support, select. First, C. See the present. Look around. Notice where you are. Notice the date. Notice your age. Notice the room. Notice what's present. Notice what choices you have today. You might say, I'm in the living room. It is Saturday afternoon. I can see the window, the table, and the door. I can leave. I can call someone. I have options. Fear often removes context. The body recognizes a familiar signal and reacts as though the earlier situation is happening again. Orientation helps separate then from now and there from here. Powerlessness from present-day choice. We have to separate that. And now, allow your eyes to move around the room. Listen to what you can hear, what you can say. Notice 3 neutral or pleasant objects. And then notice the space between them. Notice the floor, the ceiling, the edges of the room. Let your visual field become wider, because this tells your attention there's more here than the threat. Second, support. Next, notice support. Feel the chair beneath you, the floor beneath your feet. Maybe there's a surface behind your back, the weight of your hands. Press your feet gently into the floor for a few seconds. Notice the response. You press down. You realize the ground supports you. You may say, I'm here. I've support. I can stay with this moment. And then breathe in gently and allow the exhale to become slightly softer and longer than the inhale. There is no need for a deep breath. There is no performance. Simply let your body release 1% of effort, and 1% is enough. Third, select. Finally, select one helpful action. Drink a glass of water, open the window, move your shoulders, walk slowly across the room. Send a message to someone trustworthy. Return to the task in front of you. Choose one task. Small actions teach. I can feel activated and still act with choice. And this matters because safety is closely connected to agency. Feeling trapped intensifies fear. Recognizing options strengthens stability. Ask 3 questions. When you feel triggered, ask, is this present danger? Is this an old memory? Is this uncertainty? Sometimes the answer is a mixture, and that is okay. The purpose is clarity. You're teaching your system to distinguish between a familiar feeling, a possible concern, and an immediate threat. This is also where boundaries matter. Sometimes your body responds to an odd alarm. Sometimes your environment truly contains criticism, intimidation, manipulation, unpredictability, or repeated boundary violations. Regulation helps you see reality more clearly. It helps you avoid dismissing yourself. It also helps you avoid treating every familiar sensation as a proof of danger. In a calm and clear self-protection belong together. A 30-second practice. Let us practice once. Keep your eyes open, look around. Name 3 things you can say. Notice one sound. Feel one point of support in your body. Press your feet gently into the floor. Let your shoulders release by 1%. Breathe in gently. Let the breath leave in its own time. Then say, this is an odd alarm in a new moment. I can listen without following every signal. I'm here. I have choices. My body can learn this moment. And then look around again. Perhaps your breathing feels easier. Perhaps your vision feels wider. Perhaps the activation remains present and feels more manageable. And whatever comes up, it's okay. It counts. Regulation is rarely a switch. It's a relationship you build with your nervous system. Safety grows through repetition. One calm moment helps. Repeated calm moments create learning. Every time you orient yourself, instead of immediately panicking, something happens. You build a new pathway. Every time you delay checking, you strengthen confidence. Every time you honor a boundary, your system learns that you can protect yourself. Every time you choose supportive people, your body receives new evidence. Every time you rest for a few minutes and return safely, calm becomes more familiar. Progress often appears quietly. You startle and recover faster. You feel anxious and remain in a room. You notice a trigger before it takes over. You postpone checking. You enjoy a few peaceful minutes without preparing for the next crisis. And all these moments matter. They show that your system is learning. When professional support can help. Professional support can be valuable when a sense of danger remains intense, persistent, connected, especially connected with drama, or strongly limits your daily life. This may include frequent panic, flashbacks, sleep problems, severe avoidance, constant checking, emotional numbness, or a body that seems permanently on high alert. A qualified mental health professional can help you understand your individual patterns and develop an approach that fits your history, needs, and current circumstances. Seeking support is a form of self-respect. You deserve more than survival. You deserve the experience of being present in your own life. What I want you to remember: your nervous system is not your enemy. It's a protective system following an old map. And old maps can be updated. Slowly, respectfully, one experience at a time. Remember, safety is more than the absence of danger. Safety is a growing experience that you're here, you have choices, and you can respond. Your body learned vigilance through repetition. It can learn safety through repetition too. And today, please begin with 10 seconds. Look around, feel the ground, notice one choice you have. And if you rest, this itself makes you, let's say it the other way around. If rest itself makes you anxious, then watch the next video. Why you can't relax even when nothing is wrong. Subscribe to Help Anxiety for practical guidance on anxiety, trauma, and nervous system regulation. You can understand what is happening, you can help your body learn something new, and you can gradually regain calm, confidence, and freedom. And I just realized I have a session now. See you.